are some of my favorites, and it seems like a lot because it was hard to pick because we love all of them. So I'm going to try and go quick for you and just give you a peek, and if you want to see more of one of them, you can just let me know and I can send some pictures over. So this one is All Better. Awesome. It is about 5 animals who get hurt, and you have reusable band-aids that it goes through. So the dog hurt his paw, and there's actually a band-aid that has the dog on it. This one is for the bears. The monkey gets hurt, sheep, elephant, and the bear. And you clean it, kiss it, put a band-aid on it, and it is all better. That's one of our very, very favorites. This is another really cool one. It is little tiny books, so you can use them as blocks, or you can read them repetitive, like structure to the book. So it goes through and says where they live, what they eat, what their baby's called, and the sound that they make. And I'm missing 2 because we have them out in the house somewhere. But this one, we have 4 different kinds of these books. This one is My Wild Animal World, and we really, really love these. And then we love listening to like the YouTube sound that the animals make after. So another popular series that my 2-year-old still loves is the That's Not My. So there's a little mouse looking for his dog, and this one his puppy, and it goes through all the reasons why this isn't his dog, and then at the end he does find his dog. So we've got some really great touchy-feely books, really awesome textures and vocabulary. This is a good one for babies, and then into 2-year-olds, and then as they're starting to read, because it's so repetitive, it says, "That's not my puppy, its tail is too fluffy." It's just reinforcing that they do know how to read and gets them excited about reading. So that's an awesome one. Alright, we have 4 of these kind of bigger books where they have thicker cardboard pages. This one is B is for bedtime. So all of these are really great for either bedtime or just interactive stories. This one goes through the alphabet as a little kiddo is getting ready for bed. We have Animally, which I love, love, love. And it goes through and says all the ways that you love them. So I love you quietly like a moth, I love you blindly like a bat. Really, really cool, and it's good for just at the end, I love it. I love you so, for you're my family. So, and you can see just a diverse family. And then I'm a Hungry Dinosaur and I'm a Dirty Dinosaur are really fun to act out for little ones who might not be able to sit still for very long. So I'm a dirty dinosaur with a dirty snout. I never wipe it clean, I just sniff and snuff about. And then sniff, sniff, snuff, snuff, sniff and snuff about. So you can have your little ones acted out. And then in this one, he is baking a cake. Okay, so we are known for our nonfiction, and it starts with simple things like numbers, shapes, colors. I love our Lift the Flap books, and they are, this one even, it goes through just counting, and then at the end it even has a part about addition. So this is one that can grow with your kids, but kids just love flaps, and that is great for your kinesthetic learners, the ones who have to do stuff or learn better when they are hands-on doing things. So Lift the Flaps are really great. You've got some others for the age range of your kiddos. What Makes It Rain is a great one that asks lots of questions. What's it like inside a cloud? And then again, you've got the flap. It says it's like being in thick fog. You can hardly see a thing. So it goes through, it talks about rainbows and the sun and lightning, and I love the illustrations, I love the questions and the info, and I love the flaps. And a similar one we have is How Do Flowers Grow? This one is another great one, learning about the flower cycle and seeds and how they plant and sprout and the parts of a plant, and it even has some really interesting facts about some random flowers, like how big is the biggest flower, and I'm trying to think, there's one, oh, the stinkiest flower. I thought it was fun. Our other favorite in our home Lift the Flap books are the Peek Insides. So we have Peek Inside the Farm, Peek Inside the Zoo, Peek Inside Nighttime, Peek Inside Animal Homes, and lots of great info, but just simple enough that my little girl understands and can repeat facts back to me. So our Peek Inside series is awesome. As kids get a little bit older, we have our beginning nonfiction, and these are great. They're $4.99, so they're one of the cheapest books, but they're so high quality. They have illustrations, and then they also have pictures as well, but it is just tons and tons and tons of info that is great for, if you have someone really interested in a specific subject. And then as they're getting ready to read and starting to read, these are great. You see the glossary, and then it also has websites to visit to extend learning. So I love these. We have a ton. These are the two that are favorites at our house. We have a ton of these. They're the beginning nonfiction readers. Okay, so some other really unique books. We have our big books, and they have a fold out. So this is Big Book of the Animals, and it's a 4-page fold out. And there's 4 of them, and it just goes through and tells really awesome facts about animals. So again, you can just read a little chunk at a time, however long you have the interest of your readers. And I love, they just came out with these new reference books, and so this one's How Do Things Grow? And again, just tons of info, but presented in such a way that little, toddlers to young elementary kids will be super engaged in learning. All right, fun books. We love Who's Ready to Play, and it's great for vocabulary, and there's not a lot of text, but it goes through and just asks a question. So who's changed color? And your kiddo has to figure out, and use context clues to figure out who's changed colors. Some of the other questions are who's hiding in the snow, and the polar bear is. And so there's just great opportunities to extend learning and conversation, and just watch. It's so fun to watch my 2-year-old process everything, and just see. She loved, there's one about who's pooped, and she loves that page. So it's just fun to see what sticks out to her and what she's interested in. This is one of our newest favorites. It's called Nibbles the Book Monster, and he is in his crate, but he likes to nibble, and he nibbles all sorts of things, but his favorite thing to nibble is books, and he nibbles out of this book, I don't know if you can see, and into other books. So he nibbles his way into Goldilocks, and kind of ruins the story for Goldilocks. He nibbles into Little Red Riding Hood and ruins that story, and Jack and the Beanstalk. And finally, at the end, you're supposed to catch him and lock him up, but he has escaped. So this one is super fun to read and unique. I'm trying to think. We've got another great one that I think is just a must-have for every library is Jonathan James and the What If Monster. And so this little guy, he has this what if monster that just tells him all the things that can go wrong. What if they giggle? What if it's chilly? What if you jump and you really look silly? And so, everyone, even adults, this is such a good reminder that we all have just really silly fears. And finally at the end, he just says, what if you're wrong? And he goes through and he's like, what if I win? What if I do great? And so it's just really an awesome lesson and, like I said, reminder for me as an adult that not to listen to the little what ifs in my head. So I love, love, love that one. Another really fun one that we love is Dan the Taxi Man, and it is full of repetitive, fun text that kind of is like a song. And so after reading it a couple times, you have it memorized, your kids will have it memorized, and it's really fun to read. But it goes, here's Dan, beep, beep, the taxi man. And then it goes on, he's going to the show and picking up the band, climb inside while you still can with Dan, beep, beep, the taxi man. Stop, here's Maureen with her tambourine, shake, shake, crash, shake, shake, crash. And so he goes and he picks up the band, and each member has their own instrument, and you are doing the sound that the instrument makes. And they go to the show, and then eventually Dan comes and is part of the band. So a really, really fun, catchy book that you will read over and over because it will be a favorite. I'm trying to think, couple more. These are awesome. These are our Muddle and Match books, and you can make your own animal. We've got animals, we've got monsters, we've got like a boy one and a girl one. They have one about jobs, I think, in sports coming out. But I just love, so if you read it with the pages correct, it practices alliteration, which is great for, you know, identifying all the M's, and Marvin the Mighty Monkey moves towards the mark on the map to meet the mysterious magical meerkat. But then you can make your own crazy looking animal, which is kind of fun for kiddos to do. Oh, somehow I matched them. But we love that. And let's see, I'll do one more. I'll do this one. We love You Choose, and again, it's great for building just conversation and trying to figure out, you know, what interests your kids. So it's great for language development. If you could go anywhere, where in the world would you go? And it's got just tons of options. And then, yeah, you ask why, and this one just cracked me up because my 2-year-old picks Caveman for who her friend would be every single time. I don't know why. She loves the Caveman. So it's really fun to get to know their little personalities as you're reading books. But, and, oh shucks, I'll have to send over a short video. It's like a minute long of my favorite series, why, and kind of the reason why I was interested in becoming a consultant. But that was a ton of books to throw at you. I tried to talk fast, so I hope you saw something that you liked. And again, you can let me know interests that your kiddos have, and I'm sure that we have a book that they will love. So I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.